2013 is going to be a challenging year for Liberals and for the people of Canberra alike. Nationally, of course, we will be fighting to bring to an end a disastrous, dysfunctional, divided government in the Gillard-Labor Government. But of course, as always, elections become local battles, and the question of what happens in the ACT, of course, may be different to what happens in other parts of Australia. There's no doubt that the next Liberal government will have to address the question of government spending, and that the size of the federal government's payroll is a critical element of how much the federal government spends. We've committed as a party to reduce the size of the public service by 12,000 positions through natural attrition, so when people die, resign or retire, they're not replaced. The important thing, of course, is to make sure that we retain a public service of integrity and which is very professional to serve the new government that would be elected in those circumstances. Now, we're going to fight a battle, obviously, about what those cuts mean for Canberra. But I'm determined that under a new government, if that's what the people of Australia choose, that we emphasise that Canberra has a friend inside that government in the form of the Liberal Senator. I've worked very hard to make sure that I can understand what the people of Canberra want and need over a long career in politics, but also to be able to work with my federal colleagues in the Liberal Party to ensure that Canberra's needs are not forgotten and not overlooked. And I promise to do that if I'm a member of the government after the next election. The summer we've just had has been very busy, and as the Coalition spokesman on emergency services, I've been busy helping members and senators from those parts of Australia which have experienced bushfires. But the year ahead is going to be much busier than that for all of us. And of course, for members of Parliament, the challenge is to deliver a message about what a new government might mean. But for members of the party, it's about getting out there and helping make the change that we all believe is necessary to restore confidence and optimism in our country's future. I appeal particularly to members of the Liberal Party to make this year a year of contribution, a year of action, a year where we change the landscape of this country for the better. My office, of course, is very anxious to hear from you if you want to be a volunteer in the course of this year. Thank you, and look forward to seeing you in the course of 2013 for what's going to be, in the perhaps Chinese curse sense of the word, an interesting year.